Hi everyone, welcome to Workshop Wednesday. I'm Lisa Cunningham and I am a Stampin' Up! Independent demonstrator out of Rio Rancho, New Mexico. Sorry for the scratchy throat. It has been so hot here and windy. The allergies are like crazy, and I'm sure it's hot in your area as well because we've had so many fires everywhere, as traveling back from California, traveling through the different states, we just seen fires everywhere. So I hope everyone is well. Thank you for joining me. This is a pre-recorded video. Today's July 1st, and I forgot we are traveling up to the ranch for the 4th of July. So I hope you enjoy this project. I'm using the Wild Bunch stamp set, excuse me. This stamp set is the product of the month for June. Today's July, so it's already over, but it sold out. And prior to it selling out, I had already created this project. So if you have it, you can make it. If not, use any other stamp set. We have the Bugs, Sweet Bugs bundle. You could use one of the bugs from there and create it. Although it does have cow tails, caramels in it, you could put whatever you want. I think the French version is still available, and then you could just use English sentiments, but I think that's pretty close to selling out as well. This was a very popular stamp set, the Wild Bunch. Not sure why, but it's one of our very popular ones that sold out before the month ended. And so that's the whole thing with the product of the month. The supplies are only there while they last. Once they're gone, they're gone. And this coming month now to July, it's a new stamp set and it's a floral one, and I cannot even think of the name, but I will find it and I will let you know. So again, share my video. So I did all my other pre-recorded videos, and I always say share my video. This week when you share my video, you'll receive a packet of 5 cards. And again, excuse me, not only when you share my video, if you comment on my video, I'm going to enter you into a drawing, and I'm going to pick 2 winners this week. I have randomly chose from the videos while I was gone, and I've sent those prizes out. The people have been notified and the prizes have been sent out. All my Friday giveaway prizes have been sent out. I'm all caught up. So don't forget to share my video. And then if you want the PDF for today's project, I send it out every Friday along with the Fun Fold Friday one. On Fridays, all you have to do is join my email list. If you don't know where the link is, just message me, email me, and I can add you. All right, I think that is it. Oh, wait, one other thing. So when you join my team, you get all my class tutorials for free. You become part of a Stampin' Up! Community. If you're a beginner stamper, you're advanced stamper, you'll automatically earn 20% on any of your purchases. You purchase from yourself, and so you'll earn a 20% discount. And if friends and family order from you, you get the 20% off of their sales. And right now, starting today, July 1st, there is a special. It's top secret. I don't want to reveal what it is because I don't want to spoil a surprise, but all you have to do is join my team. And you get $125 in product that you choose for $99 plus free shipping. So that's like an 11% discount right there. So if you have any questions about it, just let me know. Again, you can message me, email me, comment below, just let me know. But there is a really nice surprise for you. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with our little box. So let me show you what we're going to be using. We're going to be using a piece of Misty Moonlight cardstock. we're going to be using some basic white cardstock and my all-time favorite Country Woods Designer Series paper. So I just kind of thought this rustic would go with the cow. We're going to use this pattern here. This Designer Series paper is still available, but it's great for these projects, these kind of projects. I just love all the patterns, but I wanted to use this one with all the colors. So we're going to be using that. We're going to be using some Daffodil Delight Stampin' Blends, some Golden Glow Stampin' Blends, and Granny Apple Green. Along with, you can use hybrid basic black or Memento if you still have it. I'm still using my Memento, some Misty Moonlight, and some Gray Granite. As I said before, we're using the Wild Bunch. We're going to use this stamp, and this stamp. Very popular again. And as I mentioned before, you can use any stamp set that you have. Like I said, the Sweet Bugs. So before I forget, that you can use any of these little guys on your front if you don't have this set, or even the Sweet Old Friends. Look at how cute. You could use Pooh, you can use Eeyore, Piglet, Tigger, Owl, and Kanga. So I did find my paper with the new product of the month. So here's this month. So if you want to get it, you want to get it soon, because in case it sells it out. And this is a two stamp set. So what it is you stamp this in like a lighter color and then this in the darker color. It's a 2-step stamp set. Okay, I think I got that right. But this is the new product of the month. And when you get this, I will send you a 12 project tutorial using this stamp set. So wanted to get that out of the way before I forget, because you know me, I will forget. So I'm going to use my own instructions. We're going to need a 5 by 10 3/4. So we're just going to cut a 1/4 inch off of the length. So let's go with our 5 inches. And 10 3/4, since this is a 11, I'm going to just go on the 1/4 right here and cut that off. I know that's kind of odd, but that little 1/4 inch piece would make a big difference. And you know, I'm going to get my Simply scoring tool to score this. It just makes it easier when I have a long piece. Let me make sure that I'm all the way in the camera. All right, so we're going to start at the 10 3/4 inch side, and we're going to score at 1 1/4, 4 3/4, 6 inches, and then 9 1/2. So again, 1 1/4. I'm double checking myself. 1 1/4, 4 3/4, 6, and 9 1/2. And then now we're going to go on the short side, which is the 5 inch side. And we're going to go at 1 1/4 and 3 3/4. So what it is this is 1 1/4 and this is a 1 1/4. So if you wanted to, you could just, you know, turn it and score. So 1 1/4 and 3 3/4. All right. So me and this darn scratchy throat. So why am I doing this by hand? We're going to burnish all our score lines with our bone folder because we want nice crisp lines. And this box is super easy to put together. And you know, I figure out my boxes according to what's going inside. And so these cow tails, and now I got these at Dollar Tree. They're caramels. I think you could get them at Walmart. Target probably carries them, but I just measure now. See, these are like, the package is way bigger. So I just want to fit my my product, whatever I'm putting inside my boxes. So let's go ahead. In my instructions, I tell you to cut up the score lines on the long side and angle each of the small sections. I like to just snip a little bit out. Yeah, cutting angles into the small sections. I'm looking at my instructions, so then I make sure I'm telling you what I have in my instructions. And we're gonna do this on both sides. Because sometimes, things, they're harder to put into words. So it's great that you have the video to refer to. And a lot of times I tell you to refer to the video because what I put in words might not make sense. But we're cutting up the score lines on both long sides. And we're angling these small tabs because these small tabs, and I forgot, I had a sample here for you so you could see what it's going to look like when I'm done. So if you want to take a screenshot of that, you can. And let's finish cutting. I get sidetracked so easily, but I always like to cut a sample for you so you can see what I'm doing. You will get the tutorial in my Friday email if you're an email subscriber. And so there is our box. And let's go ahead and glue these. I'm going to grab my little clothespins because I got some messy glue that I'm going to work with. So we're going to put 4 of these tabs into one of the longer sections is what my instructions say. And I knew I grabbed probably the wrong excuse me, bottle of glue. I feel like I have been battling allergies for months now. When I was in Tahoe, it wasn't too bad, but you know what? We've never gone camping in June up there, and the pollen was horrendous. But it really didn't bother most of us, and it's because I guess it was pine pollen. But oh my gosh, even the lake was yellow from it. Some days it was bad, other days it wasn't. It just depended on the wind. But going into Lake Tahoe, it's awfully cold. I just stuck my feet in a couple of times and watched the grandkids playing or going around on the paddle board. And then now these 2 are going to go into the remaining large section like so. Now I should have grabbed like 6 clothespins, but I didn't. And those are just we'll hold it there for a minute. But Lake Tahoe's always beautiful. I got to see so many of my cousins. We had different people, we're there for 10 days. So we always let everybody know that these are the dates we're going to be there. And then whoever comes up whenever they can, the days that they can. So I had a lot of cousins come up. And so this is going to close like so. So the 4 tabs, that's your bottom section. The 2 tabs is your top. And it's just going to close like so. All right, I'm going to get this bottle of glue out of the way since it doesn't seem like there's any in it. And we're going to cut our designer series paper now. And so on this, I was on my original, I didn't do it probably like I should have. So let's see if we could figure this out. We're going to figure this out together. And what I mean by that is I want all my stripes to match. So See how this turquoise is here, but then I got this here, and these stripes are going a different way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut 3 3/8 length, because that's my longest, no, it's 2 3/8. Hold on, let me measure. Again, we're figuring this out together. Yeah, we're gonna go 2 3/8. So 2 3/8 is we're gonna cut like so. Oh no, that's what I should have did. Let's go this way, and we're gonna cut it 3 3/8. I hope I'm not confusing you. I'm trying to get all of my, so the length is 3 3/8. So now this is gonna go 2 3/8. And this is gonna be the top of our box. And then the sides of our box are gonna be 1 1/8. So we're gonna go 1 1/8 and 1 1/8. Okay, hopefully you're following me. So see how they now match up? And then the front of the box. Now, here's where I'm trying to, this is probably not gonna match perfectly, but this is 1, so we gotta go like this, right? So 1 1/8. This is not gonna match it perfectly because it's not as, and then by 2 3/8 because it's not as wide as the others. So this will go like so. Okay, hopefully I did not confuse you there. Let's get this out of the way. I hope I'm making sense. So we're gonna put this piece on the top. And if you wanna make it easy, go with the solid pattern. But I wanted it to, and I need to change, I could tell I need to change the blade on my trimmer. I have been cutting. I don't know if you guys seen the other day, I was doing all those die cuts using the Splash and Relax. So see how these flow now? And what I should have did is I probably should have cut my side. I could have cut the side, then the middle, then the side. Now this one is gonna go like so. And it's, like I said, it's not gonna match perfectly because it doesn't have all the colors, but it'll still coordinate. All right, so that is our box. That is pretty easy. So we can put our cow tails in there. And this box will hold 6 of these. I just kind of folded the, and believe it or not, the package only came with 11 and not 12. I did not eat one. So we're just gonna put 5 in this box, just like so. My other box has 6. All right, so now we're gonna use the gray granite ribbon. I don't think I showed you this as using it. And I chose this one because I felt like it was a little rustic as well. And this one is much easier to tie a bow with as well. So we want our bow on the side. Let me get my ribbon scissors. And we're gonna move it to the side. Tie it tight. So next week I will have another pre-recorded video because we have a wedding on the 11th, and I have family coming into town, so I will be hosting them as well. So on our basic white cardstock, we are going to stamp our little cow. We're going to stamp our cow once. We're gonna stamp our leaves twice. I'm calling these leaves. I think I need to re-ink my, and we, unfortunately, for this being so popular, there are no die cuts for them. But it's, you know, fussy cutting is not a problem. So I'm gonna color his nose in with the dark golden glow. And then we will color the rest with the light. I did his horns. Actually, I did the tail dark as well. But I think I'm gonna leave the horns white so that you guys can see. And we're gonna color the rest of him in with the light golden glow. Why do you think this stamp set was so popular? Is it just the little critters that are in the set? Or is it the pretty basic sentiments? This one was just, like I said, I think this is the first product of the month that has actually sold out before the month's ending. And I see people are trying to find it on a lot of retired Stampin' Up! Product Facebook pages. I'm just gonna add a little bit of shadowing. All right, so now, see, I'm leaving the horns white. You could see where I did them dark. I just wanna see the difference. And then we're gonna color our leaves with the Granny Apple Green. And I'm gonna do all of the leaves first. And there are two tiny flowers on here. One here and one here. And we're gonna color those Daffodil Delight. You could leave them white. They kind of blend in, but I wanted them to stand out. I mean, you can make them any color. You could color them a pink. You could color them a blue. Blue would have matched my box. But I'm gonna use the dark Daffodil Delight and just color those little flowers in. Now, again, because there's no dies, we have to fussy cut these guys. So we're gonna do our little cow first, and then we can do our leaves. But I'm not gonna have you go through the painstaking of watching me cut out 2 sets of leaves. I have them already cut. I will do one, and then we will just use the other. But this little guy is so darn cute. You guys have to let me know. Remember, if you comment on my video, you'll be entered into a prize drawing. But comment and let me know which, do you like the horns white, or do you like them colored in with the golden glow? And then I'm gonna show you another tip that I do. Once this one is all cut out. So, you know me, I don't mind fussy cutting at all. I would prefer a set of dies, but if I have to fussy cut, I have to fussy cut. And with this set, I mean, come on, who doesn't love that? So again, I'm just gonna cut one of these out because I already magically have another one cut. I didn't want you guys to have to sit here and watch me cut all these. And like I said, I had a tip for you. So I hope I don't forget. As soon as I cut this one out, this one is a little tricky because it's so tiny. And let's pull that piece out. And there's our pieces. So my trick is, a trick but not a trick. So see, all if we were to put this up here and see all the white, you might not want all that white to show. Somebody could have showed you this tip before. I don't know, I've done it. But so that all that white doesn't show up, we're just gonna go around it with our light golden glow. Grab a piece of scratch paper and just fill it in. And then I'm not doing a very good job of filling that white in. So just go around the edges and fill in your white with whatever color Stampin' Blend you're using. And then it takes away from that, like, I don't know, messy cutting, or that you trimmed it, or like I'm not going around the horns because the horns are white. So those are okay. And then just go around your edge. And now look at, where's my dark piece of cardstock? I need, see right there, it tells me I need to color this in. So hold on. I did not color that in. Maybe I will go around the horns a little. Wasn't going to, but. So see, I still need to color. I guess I can't see the white on the white here, but see how much better it looks. But I also want to show you that on the leaves, we're not doing that because that's what it would look like. And this is what it looks like. So it's up to you. These, I'm okay with them being white because this is all filled in. So again, just another tip, and you decide what you want. So let's go ahead and now cut our arch. And this is the 4th to the smallest everyday arch. And we're cutting it out of basic white. And do you all have plans for the 4th of July? You know, we go up every year to the ranch. This year, I mean, I'm sure you guys have noticed, have been extremely busy with traveling. I normally do not travel as much as I have this year, and it's not even over. I have so much more traveling to do. But normally we spend quite a bit of time up at the ranch. Okay, so now our arch, we're gonna use gray granite, and we're gonna stamp these. I'm calling them squares, but we're just gonna stamp them across. And what I'm doing is I'm gonna rotate it. So this one, now I'm gonna turn it this way. You don't have to, it's just, I was doing it so that they're just kind of different. And look at how cute. I messed up on this, but that's okay. So now let's go back to our box. We're gonna put this on with some dimensionals. I'm not putting one in the center because the ribbon is there. We're gonna put this on. Oh, shoot. Let me get my silicone mat. I forgot something. And hopefully, these dimensionals don't mess it up. We might have to cut a new one. Misty Moonlight, we're gonna stamp Hi Friend. There is a dimensional right here. So let's hope it doesn't Nope, that looks good. Oh my gosh. Silly me. And I used my silicone mat because I already took the sticky off of these, or the backing. And if I would have stuck it to the paper, it would have stuck to the paper. All right, so we're gonna put that right on there like so. Now let's get our little cow, and we're gonna add him. Like I said, he's so darn cute. And we're gonna put him right in the center. And now our set of leaves, we are going to glue them down. Yeah, so tell me what kind of plans you have for 4th of July. So my Fun Fold Friday, and we're just gonna glue these behind this guy. My Fun Fold Friday card, I am using red, white, and blue, although it's not a 4th of July card. And we're gonna glue this one on this side. And oops, I kind of wanted the stem to hide the bottom. And we're not done. We are going to use these fun Sunset Sparkle Sequence. And where is my Take Your Pick tool? And we're gonna put, oops, one on our label, one in the corner, one in the corner, and one on the label, or I should say arch, not label. And that is it. You guys have to tell me, which one do you like? The horns white or the horns golden glow? I actually think I like the white ones better. And what did you think about my tip coloring around the edges? Just look, here's some of the other little critters that come with the set and different ways that I was coloring. I was just going around playing, trying to create with them, but go on to my online store now, see if the French version is available, and a perfect stamp set that has sentiments is the banner sayings. You could use those sentiments with yours. And then you could always use family celebration if you wanted to personalize it. Like happy birthday, and then, you know, mom, dad, brother, sister. So that is our project for this week. I hope you guys have a safe and fun 4th of July. Well, like I said, I'll have another pre-recorded video for you next Wednesday because I will have family in town. You guys take care, and I hope you enjoy this. Bye.